Novak from Polish Club, welcome to Australian Musician and welcome to the jingle.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to see. Thank you. Thank you for dressing up. I appreciate that.
We're talking about the release of your new album, Christmas Stinks, doing it in style, 20 songs in 20 days that you're releasing. Was it difficult coming up with 20 songs, 20 Christmas songs?
Surprisingly, no. We kind of just did as many as we could learn. We had John had like a huge list, and I think I went through it and took a lot out, saying either too cliche or too difficult. So I think it was a pretty easy process. The harder thing was recording 20 songs and I don't know, it was like less than a week or something ridiculous. So that was tricky, but I think we chose well. I think it's a good selection of songs.
Yeah. Do you actually have a favorite Christmas album of someone else?
I am a big Mariah Carey apologist. I like All I Want for Christmas Is You. Obviously, I mean we've recorded it twice now. I don't know that I'm a huge fan of there was a random other Mariah Carey Christmas song that came on the speakers that when I was shopping the other day, and I was like, ooh, I kind of forget that there's like actually a lot of other Mariah Carey ones. So I think it's quite hard to do an originals Christmas album because that's a lot. And truth be told, that's why we did covers. So I don't know that I have a favorite entire album because honestly, that's like it's a bit over the top. I like to keep it as a Christmas playlist rather than a Christmas album of one artist. So I think ours is palatable in that sense because it's like they're not really our songs and you can kind of hear a more eclectic mix if that makes sense.
Yeah. So don't blame us entirely.
No, I mean never blame me. I'm an idiot. You should know that by now.
So has a Christmas album always been in the back of your mind?
I think so. It's definitely always been in the back of John's mind. He just said, you know, I think it's time. And I said, yep, I think you're probably right. And I'm always really excited about doing other people's songs because it's like a fun game to me where you have like a really specific starting point and you kind of are working. I think I've always said before we really enjoy working within restraints and within like a brief and to kind of explore how much we can take liberties and how much we can be faithful and find the happy medium. So yeah, it just seemed like kind of playing to our strengths and doing something on a bigger scale than what we've done before because you know obviously we did that Mariah Carey cover and people really enjoyed it and we enjoyed doing it. It's just fun. It's always fun to play those kinds of songs. So you know, the time just seemed right.
Yeah.
Not least of all because it's hey, it's Christmas.
The album is called Christmas Stinks. What was Christmas like for you as a kid?
It was fine. I mean, like it's like a love hate thing. I think my mother's Filipino, and Christmas is a multi-day affair. When you're dealing with Filipinos, which is more of a good thing than a bad thing, I would say. But it does make the Christmas period seem elongated. We do like Christmas Eve dinner, Noche Buena, which is just like a lot of eating, and then you get open your presents at midnight, which is technically kind of early for Westerners. So I enjoyed all that, but like you know, when you're like in your 20s or your late teens, you kind of aren't super open to forced family interaction. When it's like the whole family, it can be quite overwhelming and anxiety inducing. But you know, if you know anything about me, I love eating and there's a lot of it to be done at Christmas. So no complaints for me from 38-year-old me at least.
Uh, you mentioned your mum. You get to do a duet on the album.
Yeah.
Was she into the idea from the get-go?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we just were a very musical family and we love to sing and we might as well do it with each other. I think it's nice. It's kind of like a bucket list thing. I think singing with if anyone in your family is musical, it makes sense that you'd want to do something with them. And I've always it never ceases to amaze me how popular her Christmas record that she did with her band, the New Minstrels, is still is in the Philippines. Every time we go there at Christmas, it's like legit played in like shopping malls and stuff. So I think that's just kind of mind blowing as someone. It's like it's my mom, you know. But then when you see it in the outside perspective, it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So it was very nice to do, and it's also very nice for me to kind of learn a bit more of Tagalog, the language that the song's in, and just kind of immerse myself in that. I think that's kind of a nice little enriching experience for me personally as a selfish perspective of that. But I think the song is great too.
Yeah. Did you do many takes?
Not really. I think like barely any, maybe like two or three. I think like the key with songs like that when it's just vocals and there's like an acoustic guitar, there's no percussion, there's no bass. Is there bass? I don't think there's bass. Maybe if there is, it's just like a one note here and there. The key is to keep it kind of feeling spontaneous and as live as possible. And I think overdoing it in the studio hurts that. And I think as a general rule for us, Polish Club, it kind of the more we labor on takes, the worse they tend to get. So I think we kept it pretty short. We were also doing 20 songs in like 5 days, so time was of the essence.
Were any of the songs more fun than others to record?
Oh yeah, I like if I go the rest of my life not hearing that Bob Dylan Must Be Santa. I mean, it's not a Bob Dylan song, but his version is the version that I first heard. I would die a happy man if I never had to hear that again. But you know, there's like a frantic, psychotic energy to it that is enticing. But I kind of lose my mind if I listen to it too much. It's moments like that where I feel for Wade, who had to mix the whole damn thing and listen to it like 100 times. I think spare a thought for Wade because he's the one that suffers the most. We don't have to listen to it nearly as much as him. So yeah, that one was tough. It was like super fast and really annoying to play on the acoustic guitar that fast. The rest of them were really fun. I like the thing about the like Christmas classics, like the It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas and the other ones, Jingle Bell Rock and stuff, is like they're such painfully simple songs. And I think that really is probably why it lends itself well to us doing it because our songs are pretty painfully simple too. So like it's super fun to do those ones because you do a couple takes and it's like, yep, that's it. Great, fun, easy.
Yeah. Jingle Bells is short and sweet and instrumental.
Yeah.
Were the lyrics just too daggy for you to sing?
I just didn't really want to do it. And I think it's a fine line, right, between doing songs everyone knows and hopefully a lot of people like, and doing a song again that no one needed another version of. Um, and I think the way in for us for a few of these was doing them in a different way for us that made it feel exciting. And I think if we can make it feel exciting for us to do and do it conceptually exciting for us, uh, it'll translate to people listening to it. And it's like very little investment to listen to a 1.5 or however long instrumental of Jingle Bells for people listening to it. And I think that kind of pulls them in, but then the difference makes it stick in your head. So like I'll get that stuck in my head now and like never in a million years would I be walking around the house singing jingle bells. So like something about that approach really works for me mentally. And if I can convince myself about that for myself enough to record it, I'm hoping that that translates to the listening experience. I was essentially like figuring it out in real time as well, which I think is like that's part of the charm to it. There's like bad notes and John added some ambience of like Pitt Street Mall, I'm pretty sure. So it just feels like someone's busking and just kind of you're just walking past, which I think is like a primo Christmas vibe.
Yeah. I love your version of the Slade song, Merry Christmas, Everybody.
Thank you.
Is that one that's sort of hung in your head for a while?
that was the one, I think. That was the one where it's like there's a space for someone to do a cover of that. Like it's such a iconic song, and it's been so long that us doing a pretty faithful cover of it still felt worthwhile to us. Especially since as soon as we started doing it, I realized how difficult it was. I think I've put it down at least like two whole tones, and it was still way too high for me to sing. So I'm just like at the highest notes, I'm just screaming my lungs out, which was fun for a couple takes, but then you really got to cobble it together. But I think we got there. That's probably like objectively speaking, in a rock sense, the best Christmas song. I would be pretty comfortable saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, you're taking these songs out on the road on your Christmas Bowlo Bash, playing Thornbury Bowlo on December 20, Marrickville Bowlo December 21. I guess you'll encourage fans to come dressed in the spirit of Christmas.
You would think so. I encourage fans to come dressed in the spirit of anything at any gig. And this one is at Christmas for Christmas songs. So it would make sense they are welcome to. It's not required. I will be coming dressed in the spirit of Christmas, of course. And then after those shows I will be burning the Santa costume because I'm A, not sure that it'll go in the washing machine, and B, it's been through already now at what, December, like early December, it's been through enough already. So yeah, pray for the Santa suit, but it's gonna be super fun. I love playing covers. It's not really what a musician should really say, I guess. But like it's always the funnest part of a live set for me because it feels uh I don't know. I guess it's like the one time when you're playing music that you get to experience the same thing that someone watching you play music is experiencing, and that enjoying someone else's music. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds for me, where we get to play, but we're also like enjoying the music in real time. So I'm super super excited. Like to me, all of this kind of recording, especially like a covers album, it's always just leading to playing it live. I mean, that's true all the time. So yeah, I'm pumped. It's gonna be super fun. And we've never played the Marrickville Bowlo before as well. So like that feels like a real um very Sydney specific bucket list thing for us.
Yeah. And how many of the 20 songs will you be able to play?
I reckon we could do all of them. I mean, I reckon we could try all of, I'm gonna say try all of them. We're gonna give it a red hot go. I mean, the whole record is about 45 minutes, so if we just like really put our heads down, no talking, just grip it and rip it through all of them, I might die, but I reckon we would get through the songs.
Yeah. Of course, you've got the merchandise to match. Whose idea was the whoopee cushion?
Who do you reckon? It wasn't mine, man. Like honestly, idiot John. The problem is like I love a whoopee cushion. I love a prank. I'm like half of what comes out of my mouth is a fart joke. But I was under the impression that whoopee cushions were something that you blew up and they were really small, and so they could just be thrown into some a merch. We're doing our own merch, so I got to pack them all downstairs in the garage. They're like these newfangled, albeit, I mean, admittedly better designed whoopee cushions, but they're like this thick. So they're making packing our merch like a real pain in the ass for me. So if you want to come to our shows in December and buy all of the whoopee cushions that we have left, we ordered a lot. The minimum on the whoopee cushion was like it was hundreds of whoopee cushions. So like that people would be doing me such a big favor by buying a discounted whoopee cushion at Christmas. That's the takeaway from this interview.
Yeah. What's your gear setup these days? What guitar, amp, and pedals?
Cheap and cheerful. I'm actually in the market for a replacement for my Epiphone Sheraton, which is my main guitar, and it has been for 10 years now. Because it's been through the wars. It's incredible that it still works. It's incredible that it's mostly still in tune. But I've got something cooking and I'm hoping to have it ready for the shows. It's a brand spanking new guitar. and like new to the world too, I'm pretty sure. So I'm very, very excited to unveil the new me because it's been a long time since I've had a new workhorse guitar. Um, but you'll have to come to the shows to find out. Well, no, I'll post it all over the internet as well. But yeah, the setup is cheap and cheerful still though. Like it's we're very much back to two piece only. One guitar amp and maybe a bass amp if we can be bothered. Otherwise, I go straight out of the pedal board and into the speakers, sub octave. It's one guitar, it's one drums, two mics, and that's it. You don't need any more. Quite frankly, I don't want any more. But for the Christmas shows, I said all that, and I'm going to take it all back because we are going to have Wade on bass because there are other people's songs. Some of them require bass. Not my fault.
Yeah. What are your personal plans for Christmas this year?
Sleep and rest and eat and take care of my pregnant wife. So, we're gonna bunker down and just chill out.
Yeah, how long does she have to go?
6 months this week, so 3 months left. It's starting to get real, but we're very calm. We're very excited. It's
Yeah.
all going really well.
Plans for the band for 2026?
Just keep on keeping on. I mean, we've done the Christmas thing now. We did the record before was like a record of kind of ideas that we rejuvenated from writing sessions past. So I think it's probably time for a record of new music. But I don't know. John and I haven't really decided. I think we're just gonna finish this and then figure it out and head back into the studio whenever there's enough money in the bank and time. So we're just gonna keep making music. I mean, what else can you do? Like we that's all we really want to do. Well, we want to make music and then have an excuse to play shows. And it's literally as simple as that, which is not what people I've learned. It's not what people want to hear anymore. They want like some kind of narrative, but I'm still trying to chase writing music that makes me excited, which is like quite frankly, that's all the narrative I need. So I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. To finish up, what's your Christmas message to the world?
Just like be nice to yourself. I think if everyone could be nice to themselves, they can by just by virtue of that be nicer to others. It's as simple as that. Just treat yourself this Christmas period. Have a sleep in or something. Keep it simple.
Well, Novak, it's been great to catch up again, and we'll catch you at the shows.
Such a pleasure. Thank you so much. I will see you at the shows.